If you find that your team and you maybe are focusing more on the urgent than the important, you really want to listen to this episode and make sure to follow through all the way to the end, because I give you a resource that is for free that you can download that will really help you and your team stay in front of what's most important to be focusing on. Hi, I'm Vicki Suter. Welcome back to the Profit Builder Unscripted. This week, I had this amazing experience with my team that I just had to share with you. You know, one of the things that we've been talking about is how do you develop your team? How do you get people to take more ownership? And one of the ways that I talk to contractors all the time about how to help people stay in front of what's coming in front of them, how to help your team really be better organized about not just being in the moment about whatever the urgent thing is, but rather have them look up and look out and go, all right, what's in front of me? What is it that I have to do that is on the list of important things as opposed to urgent things? And, you know, I don't know about you, but I find myself sometimes that I really I get in front of my email and I'm just paying attention to whatever's there in the moment until I look up and go, oh my gosh, that wasn't really where I needed to be spending my time. And if we do it, you know, maybe you can relate to that, then how often does your team do it? They're on their phone, or they just show up at the job site and whatever that thing is right in front of them is what they're paying attention to. And one of the things that I have learned over the years in working with contractors is that when we can start to focus further out in front of us, when we can treat every day like you treat a project, whereas you don't start doing demolition or start trying to build something until you have a result that you're after. And if we can treat every day like that it can be transformational in terms of our ability to be able to be effective and be productive. And it can really help our teams be more successful. And this week, Dortha on my team, we've been kind of going back and forth about, are we being really efficient with our time and are we being effective? And she actually proposed to me the thing that I have a form and a process for with the contractors we work with, which is a 2-week look ahead. And that a 2-week look ahead has you look out and look at the critical items that are in front of you that need to be addressed. And so as a contractor, that might be, what labor needs do you have? What materials need to be ordered? What subcontractors need to be scheduled? What inspections need to happen? Looking up and looking out and having your foreman or your project manager look out and go, okay, what has to happen in the next 2 weeks? And doing that every single solitary week. Now, your ability to do that effectively usually requires that you also have a schedule. But if you have those things in place and you have a schedule in place and you know what needs to happen, then what you've done when you sit down once a week and look and do a 2-week look ahead out, you have the ability to be much more effective about making sure to focus on the important things as opposed to the urgent things. So I'm sharing down here below a link to the 2-week look ahead form that a lot of my clients use. There's instructions with it about how to use it. It includes an agenda. It includes a 2-week look ahead form. And if you start using this, I guarantee you that you and your team will find that you are much more effective in getting things done in a timely manner according to the schedule, which is key when you're in construction. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Thanks for being part of this community and for listening today, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Profit Builder Unscripted.